All right, today we're gonna be working on a 35 Ford pickup truck. It's four-wheel drive, it's got a Chevy motor, it's got a manual transmission, it's a ton of rust, and needs lots and lots of work. I did a bunch of custom stuff to it already. I didn't get on film, but I'll take you along with the stuff that I gotta do now. All right, this is my 35 Ford pickup. I've had it quite a few years. It's got a ton of rust on it, but it's kind of cool. I just think it looks cool. 30s Fords, you know, pre-war stuff's pretty awesome. So I had it mocked up quite a few different ways over the years. Never really got around to it. Every time I start working on it, another project has to come in and get worked on, or my daily stuff has to get fixed. So finally I've got some time, hopefully, to finish it this time. And I got it on four-wheel drive chassis. It's got a YJ front clip in it, and I custom built 2x3 square tubing in the back with some parts out of the S10 that I used to haul my wood with. The frame broke in half. It was pretty bad anyways before the frame broke. But the motor ran good, transmission worked pretty good, transfer case was fine. So I decided, hey, I need a new woods truck. Let's make everybody mad and use a 35 Ford. So let's start out. We got a 4.3. Had a ton of electrical problems on that S10, so I went and got a 4.3 marine intake. It's a carburetor intake that they made for the 4.3s, even the Vortex. So it's got a 4-barrel carb quadra-junk that I run on it. It's got NV 3500 transmission, which is a 5-speed manual, NP 231C transfer case, Chevy stuff. And then I got the S10 rear end, which I think it's a Positrack S10 rear end, which is kind of cool, you know, it's roughly the same width. I was gonna use a Jeep one, and when I got here, the frame and the whole back half of the Jeep frame just wasn't worth spending a penny on. So I stole the springs and a couple other small things off the gas tank, and I'm running the gas tank in the back. The frame's pretty rough. I probably should have redone the entire frame all the way up to here. It's probably gonna bite me later for not doing it, but I've got a ton of things in my life going on. I just don't always have the time that I should take on things. I have the time, I just would rather do other things, I guess, like we all do. So I got a bunch of work started on the inside here. I got some time-lapse stuff I'll put in here for you guys. I got some random videos of before I started working on it this time. But I think it'll be a pretty cool project, you know, so thank you. Here's some time-lapse stuff, and I'll talk a couple times. It'll be a short video, maybe 10-15 minutes long. Thanks. Well, I think that's gonna do it, excuse me, for today. I got most of the floor in, got the tunnel started here, got some of it started up there. It's I'm not a tin working guy. I'm not a sheet metal guy. I can weld some stuff together, but I'm also not a welder. I just like working in the shop, building something that I like, you know. Maybe nobody else will think it's cool, but, you know, to me, the thing looks pretty sweet. Let's take it back and look at this thing. I mean, yeah, it ain't no slammed on the ground two-door, but I live in Michigan, and it's cold, rainy, and muddy, and snowy most of the year. So this right here, let's see, get a good picture in there? That right there looks pretty cool, you know? A little bit bigger tires on it maybe. And should be pretty good. It's probably just a bunch of time lapse from the day. So it's probably just a short piece of the video. Maybe I'll do a 15-20 minute video. So I don't know, this is probably 5 minutes worth of it. I'll see you maybe tomorrow if I can. Here, take a look at what we got so far. Nothing fancy. Just hit things with a hammer and weld it together. Nothing's touching in there. So next time I work on it, I'll have to build a couple pieces in there, which won't be too hard, but once we get down working, you know, the toe boards up to the firewall, that's what's gonna be the problem. It's gonna be a lot more work than doing this, so I'll bring you along when I do that one too. Thanks. All right, it's a new day. This morning I had a couple hours to do some stuff, so I got the tunnel done. Well, I got some of the tunnel put in. It's a billion tack welds. Let me get this camera not to fall here. So it's just tacked together. I gotta go in and do a lot of cleaning, cutting, grind, weld, repeat. But I'll take you along and put you on time lapse, let you get some me doing the far side that's not done yet. All right, there we go. I got the majority of the floor done. It's tacked in, it's welded. It's got a bunch of grinding done to it. Needs some more, but I'm tired of doing it. I'm probably stopping for now. My knees hurt, my back hurts, it's late, and I don't want to do it anymore. So I think what the next thing we'll be doing is doing some pedals and the steering, getting that stuff at least mocked up, tacked in, you know, because I used to have it under the floor. Now it's going to be up on the firewall in the front. So that's going to be a fun thing to do. I appreciate you guys watching. If you got any questions, you got any comments, you got whatever, thanks. Put it down in there. Follow, like, share, subscribe, whatever them things are that you do with the thing. I appreciate it. Let's take a look right here. Watch your ears. Let's take a step back and take a look at her. See what she looks like.